it's me, Ross. Today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video, a tattoo tour update. Okay, so you lucky puppies are gonna get to see my tattoos today in some detail. I'll show you physically now on the camera, and I will also most likely include some screen shots of the tattoo so you can see a nice clear still image. Okay, I'll try my best to make it look good. Now, without further ado, let's just get into it, because I do have a fair number of tattoos. I don't even know how many I have. Stopped counting, because who cares really? Who cares? Not me. Right, let's begin, shall we, with my hands. Let's go with the hands, shall we? As you can see, on this hand I have a TRIFORCE, and this is from The Legend of Zelda. Okay, from The Legend of Zelda. I got this because I played Ocarina of Time when I was a little child, when I was a little boy, and I absolutely freaking loved it. Absolutely freaking loved it. That's probably what got me into gaming in the first place. And I believe that Link, Zelda and Ganon, they have occasionally a TRIFORCE that appears on their left hand. It sort of glows into existence. So I was like, I want to get that on me tattooed. Wow, cool. Next, other hand, I wanted to get something vaguely sort of triangular. So what I like to do with my body is I like to try and keep things symmetrical, or at least vaguely symmetrical, so the left and the right side of my body look vaguely similar. So that's what I've done here. Try to get the same sort of shape and style for each hand. This symbol is, what's it called? A valknut, or the valnut. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's from Norse mythology, and it is generally representing Odin, the Norse god. The Norse god, the All-Father. I like Norse mythology. You will notice a few Norse mythology tattoos today. Okay, so that's my hands. That's the top. Let's go on to the knuckles here, shall we? We have here the words Hail, H-A-I-L, Loki, L-O-K, I think, I-C-K. I don't remember anymore. My brain is so small. But there you go. Hail Loki across my knuckles. I was into, I don't know, I guess some sort of dark Norse paganism for a little while. I remember there's these 3 books. I don't remember what they're called, actually, or even who wrote them. But they're sort of like esoteric, occult books, and they're very cool. Found them online, little PDF versions, you know, because I'm poor. So I read those and I was well into it, and it was very cool for a while. Next, onto these, the lower parts of my knuckles. As you can see, these are thicker than the top, and I think it would have been better if we'd used a thinner needle for these. But this is also done by a different tattoo artist than these, so that is probably a big factor as well. However, the fingers here, the skin is extraordinarily thin. Compared to here, it's a little bit meatier. Meaty, skinny. It's very difficult to tattoo on the skinny region of the body. Obviously, if you go too deep with the needle, you get a blowout, which I think you can see here actually. Can we focus there? Hello camera. Yes, you can see here the line is nice and thin, and you can see here it's thick, it's exploded. That's a blowout. That's when the needle goes too deep, and then the ink sort of spreads out and it creates this blurry, slightly ugly look. It's not too bad here. They're pretty good, honestly. Considering the location, it's very difficult to tattoo on this area, these little bits here. You can also see when you go too thin, where you don't go deep enough, the ink doesn't really hold particularly well. You can see it's these ones, these symbols don't really mean anything. I think this one is from a bind rune, a Loki bind rune. Oh no, did I just swear at you? My apologies, my apologies. I think these chevrons might be like for victory or something. Honestly, I just thought they looked cool, so I got them. That's generally what I do. If I like the look of it, I get it. I don't really care that much about it. Now, on this part of my hand, how do I show you this? I'm going to turn around a bit here. Can you see? I might take a screenshot and just keep that on the screen for a little bit. Okay, so I can go back to talking to you. As you can see here, I think I drew this symbol. I'll continue to show it off a bit here. The symbol in the center is the sun. I think you'll see it often in sort of old Norse artwork, engravings, the sort of circle with the cross. Very common. Typically represents the sun. Sometimes you'll see dots around it. And I thought these little arrows, obviously they look like runes. I thought it looked nice on the thumbs. I thought it looked like I'm shooting up a little prayer up and down to the various different planes of existence and whatever God or gods may exist. You know, a little bit of a prayer. I thought that was quite cool myself personally. Okay, now on the wrists. Oh, it's so difficult to show on camera. So difficult to show. Let's see. Let me just show them individually. You can see the word chaos here. You can see the word chaos. And you can see the word corpse. Apologies for the car outside being loud. But it is what it is. We roll with this one, okay? This is corpse. A person who makes music. Very cool person indeed. He also streamed some video games, and he used to make videos where he read horror stories. I like his music, I like his streams, I like everything about him. Very cool guy. This is his name in his handwriting, I believe. And then, I don't know, he used to tweet out chaos and stuff like that, you know. And just a little bit of a fanboy. Next, what should we do next? This thing. We have this little symbol here. Got a little bit of a scar, unfortunately, but whatever. This symbol is, what's it called? AEGISHJALMUR, something like that. It used to be used by Viking warriors, Nordic warriors, to, I can't remember, strike fear into the enemies, protect them from their enemies, something like that. Sometimes it would be on their helmets, on their head. So it's also known as the helm of Or as in awesome. What else do we have on this arm? I've got some random little bind runes as filler. You can probably see here. Where else? Here. They mean various things like protection, vitality, strength, blah blah blah. You know, whatever. Just some little filler really to make it all come together. On here we have fear cuts deeper than swords. Fear cuts deeper than swords. This tattoo's like 12 years old now, and it's still quite clear. I'm surprised the E's. I'm surprised you can still see them. They still have nice definition to them. It's quite nice, isn't it? Quite lucky there. Quite lucky indeed. I think if you look after your tattoos well, initially, during the first 2 to 3 weeks, they come out quite well. And also it does depend on the tattoo artist as well, quite a lot. You can see here this filler. This is kind of messed up a little bit. There's a sort of a line here where they've gone a bit too, I don't know, they've got a bit way. It's not bad, is it? Not bad. What's next? Let's have a look. I got this little bird skull here. Bird skull here. Difficult to show on camera once again. I got this because I love skulls. I like the way they look aesthetically. I just think skulls look cool. That's pretty much it. And bird skulls in particular are very cool, aren't they? How unusual, how alien-like in the way they look in their appearance. Now, here is an ugly little tattoo in my opinion. Ugly. Look at this thing. Look at it. You can see. I take a little screenshot and leave that on the screen there, but you can see there's a little patch missing somewhat. Not too much actually, just a little bit of fadedness. I'm not sure what happened there, but as he was tattooing that area, there was a lot of blood, which is unusual. There is some blood sometimes when tattooing, that's natural. But this area where the ink is missing, there was a lot of blood. Don't know what happened there. Also, you can see the swirl. It's sort of lost definition. That might have just come with age actually, but whatever. That tattoo was based on a tattoo from the game FABLE. I played FABLE when I was a child on the PC and I loved it so much. I particularly loved the concept of your physical appearance changing depending on whether you did good deeds or bad deeds. You would become more angelic or more devilish in your physical appearance depending on how you behaved in that game, and I thought that was absolutely fantastic. That really did it for me, you know what I'm saying? Now, above it here, you can see a Sheikah tattoo, the Sheikah Eye. This is from The Legend of Zelda. Again, The Legend of Zelda, I love it very much. I love it very much indeed. Excellent game. And this is actually my first ever tattoo. Got it because I thought it was fairly small, fairly simple, fairly good, and it was like a test, you know, to see if I liked the tattooing process, if my body had some sort of terrible allergic reaction to it, if it all went well, and it did all went well. And as you can probably tell, because I went on to get an obscene amount of tattoos after that. Let's keep going, shall we? Got a little snake on the other side here. A little snippety snake. Hello there. Hello, little snake. How cool is that, a little snake? I love the way this one has been done. It's fairly simple. As you can see, we left the underbelly nice and clear with just some lines. You can see some variation in the thickness of the lines. You know, it's a bit thicker towards the belly, towards the outer side, and thinner in the center of the belly. I think that looks cool. And you can see we just did a bunch of scales and then blasted some dots, and I think that's created a nice look. I'm going to momentarily jump to the other arm to contrast it with this snake that I got down over here. God damn, I can't show this one very well, can I? No, I cannot. But you can see here, this snake is very old. I'm gonna have to just put a screenshot of this one up, I think. I maybe have the original image from this when it was fresh. But you can see, in my opinion, there is way too much detail in this tattoo. It should have been simplified. You can see each individual scale has some sort of detail work to it. It's either partially shaded or it has a little line and stuff like that. The skull itself is awesome. In my opinion, I love the detail on the skull, but the snake scales should have been done differently, in my opinion. But you know, whatever, it's still pretty cool right now. This is also very, very old, probably 12 years old. apologies for not showing it very well. It's a difficult tattoo to show off. That's obviously based on Harry Potter. That is the dark mark, you know, of the evil people. The evil people. I like evil. What can I say? I like evil. In fiction, of course. Not reality. Not reality. Where was I? Where shall I go? Let's continue on the right arm here, shall we? I've got here a little Grim Reaper. A little Grim Reaper. You can see, got his lovely scythe here. I like the curvature of it, matching the curvature of my arm. We have smoke coming out of his eyes, going up to these runes, and these runes say, all men must die. All men must die. That's a little bit of a Game of Thrones reference, the same as the fear cuts deeper than swords. That's also from Game of Thrones. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. Probably didn't. Brain is a bit small. But yes, of course. Yes, so all men must die, obviously. It's from Game of Thrones. Vala Morgulis. That's what they say in Game of Thrones. I love the series. I read the books. I think the series is probably better than the books, to be honest. It's more condensed. And the books obviously haven't been finished. So it's an absolute blue ball situation going on there. Right, whatever. Next. What's next? I got a little moon here. That's just some filler. It's just some filler. Whatever. What do I have? Ah, yes. On the elbow, you can see here we have this little symbol. Simple symbol. It is triangle with cross. It is the symbol for sulfur, I believe, from alchemy, I think. And that's just like a little, you know, satanic tattoo, little satanic reference there. I've got a few satanic tattoos on my body, as you'll notice. I'm not like an actual evil Satanist devil worshipper or anything like that. Or am I? No, but I got those satanic tattoos because I just like it. I like the dark aesthetic of it. I like the concept of good and evil in particular. I don't think I believe in anything really, honestly. But my beliefs are always sort of changing up and down. My opinion's always changing as well. So whatever. There we go. That's one of those. What else do we have? We've got a bird. We've got a two-headed bird here. A two-headed raven with a skull in its claws. This is one of my favorite tattoos. Again, I'll have to try and take a screenshot, I think, to really let you see it correctly and well. You can see I like the detail on the feathers, on the wings. The skull is quite cool as well. Quite a lot of detail there. Quite cool. Quite cool, quite cool. And this is sort of from Norse mythology. I did a two-headed raven because I wanted it to be like Loki playing a trick on Odin. Odin obviously has two ravens. What are they called? Hugin and Munin. And they represent like thought and memory or something like that. I thought it would be cool if Loki fused the crows, the ravens, into one two-headed bird as a prank. If you read Norse mythology, you will know that Loki is a little bit of a prankster, a little bit of a trickster god. He likes to pull pranks and tricks, and that's pretty much why I like him, really. I like pranksters. I like cheeky little people doing cheeky little things and getting into trouble. Now, oh, there we go. This is a rendition of Loki on the inside of my arm here. Another favorite of mine. You can see quite nice detail on the beard, on the nose, the skull. Very nice, lovely little leaves. The runes on his horns are totally meaningless and random. And they're from different eras as well, so they make zero logical sense. But you know, sometimes I just give my tattoo artist total freedom. Sometimes I just give them an idea and they do a little drawing looks sick, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's what happened here. Gave him a little description of Loki, of what I wanted. This is what he came up with, and I think what a fantastic job. What a fantastic job indeed. That's sometimes a good thing to do, just give your tattoo artist more freedom. Especially if you see their other work and you like what you see. Maybe just give them some descriptions of what you'd like and then let them go away and do what they do. And then, yeah, go for it. I recommend doing that at least once, you know. What else I got? I got this little symbol here on the back of my arm, a little eye symbol. I think I'll just throw up a screenshot of that one. I won't even try and show you that IRL right now. I think that eye I saw in the background of a Kirby game, and I liked it so much that I redrew it and asked to get it tattooed on me. I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool. It looks like some sort of evil eye, warding off evil perhaps, or maybe even producing evil. You know. Whatever. Let's go next, shall we? As you can see on the shoulder here, struggling to show it off once again. Let me move my tripod, shall we? I bet that sounds great. This video is going to be questionable, guys, okay? This is why I didn't really want to make it, but I'm making it because I love you. Because I love you, okay? I'll probably just shoot a screenshot of that in there as well, okay? Move the mic again, my apologies. As you can see with this symbol is called VEGVISIR. I think that's how it's pronounced, but I'm not certain. This symbol was used by Vikings and Norse people to guide them through storms, and it was probably meant in a very literal sense back then. You know, obviously the Vikings were seafaring people. They explored a lot of the globe on their ships. They even made it as far as North America, and you know, quite fantastic, quite amazing what they accomplished, especially considering that their ship technology probably wasn't, I mean, it's not as advanced as today, of course, so it was a lot more perilous back then. Every journey they may not have necessarily returned from. Imagine the sheer bravery of going out into the ocean. You don't even know if it ends or when it ends. They didn't know the globe, they didn't know the countries, they didn't know where anything was. They just set out on adventure, What absolute specimens, what absolute legends. Okay, but I like this symbol. Nowadays I like to think of it in more of a metaphorical sense, you know, to get you through life's storms safely. You know what I'm saying? Okay, is that arm complete? I think so. Yes, I think so. That arm is complete. Let's go on to the left arm. We've already looked at the dark mark. I also got Death Eater tattooed on my wrist. I might have a nice photo of that to show you, maybe, maybe not. I don't really keep photos very often. I'm not very sentimental. I don't care that much about the past. The past is the past. I'm living now. I'm flipper. I'm living now. Okay, but obviously I got Death Eater for obvious reasons. Another Harry Potter themed tattoo. I love Harry Potter. What can I say? I'm a 32-year-old man and I love Harry Potter. And I don't care if you think that's lame. I don't care. I will probably still love it when I'm 80 years old, if I'm lucky or unlucky enough to live that long, depending on your frame of reference. Okay, now let's take a little look at this bird, shall we? I have a little bird on my wrist. This is just some filler. You will see I have a few animal/nature themed tattoos on me. That's because I love animals and I love nature. I think this came out very nicely. I don't think this is any bird in particular. Again, this is a case where I just said to my tattoo artist, I have this space, please do something cool. maybe an animal. Okay, next I have this hand print with the paw print inside of it. I got that done when I was very, very young. This is a very old tattoo. Very old indeed. I got that when I was vegan, and that was sort of my little thing, you know, like the paw print and the hand print being like animals and humans are one, mother flipper. We're one, we're the same. I still believe that to this day, honestly. But unfortunately, my vegan journey did not last forever. I think I was vegetarian for 3 years and then vegan for 4 years after that. And at that point, I had lost a lot of weight. For reference, I'm a 6'1" man, and I went down to 7 stone. I'll put that on the screen in pounds, and you can convert it to kilograms if that's your jam. But yes, I was terribly underweight, and I had major health problems. Everybody thought that I was taking drugs at the time, which I think is a logical conclusion. Covered in tattoos, skeletally thin, and also I was losing my hair. Can you believe it? I was going bald on the top of my head, and that was when I was about 22 or 3, something like that. And I'm 32 now, for reference. So like 10 years later, I still have hair. My hair is thicker now 10 years later than it was 10 years ago. When I first saw that I was balding, I thought it was just male pattern baldness. I was just like, I've been cursed, and I'm gonna be bald by 23, 24. It's not that uncommon, honestly, and all the men in my family are bald/balding. I am the exception to the rule. So yes, I didn't immediately link it to me being vegan, but eventually I stopped being vegan, and I ended up eating meat again, of course. And there was like an initial refeed period of time, which wasn't a sort of conscious decision. It simply happened. I started eating meat, and I felt so goddamn amazing eating meat that probably every single meal I ate for about 6 months contained meat. So it was an absolute 180 flipperunski. And yes, my hair came back. I regained weight to a healthy weight. I don't know how much I weigh now. I'm still skinny. Ooh, still skinny. But significantly less skinny. Health is much better. I also had other health problems as well, just like general fatigue, upset stomach, a lot, just lots of problems. I do wonder if it is possible to do veganism correctly. I was pretty on the ball though. When I was vegan, I took all the necessary supplements that I can think of. B12, vitamin D. I was doing what's it called? DHA, EPA, I can't remember, but the 2 omega-3 fatty acids combos. I was taking that. I was taking those 3 supplements on the daily. I think possibly if I'd increased my fat and protein intake, possibly it could have been achievable and doable. I think I could do vegetarianism 100% okay, and I might try that again. That's enough of a ramble about vegetarianism. Also guys, when you see a cut in the video, it's because I have a lot of housemates. I live in a small house, 8 of us total, and there's constant noise and movement. As you can imagine, very difficult for me to record ASMR videos, very difficult indeed. Right, more tattoos. Let's keep going, shall we? Where are we? Let's do a little look at this one here. My little no-face tattoo from Spirited Away. I drew this one myself, back when I used to draw, and it has been copied over very well, very close to the original drawing, which I really appreciate because I like how the expression came out. I think it's very good indeed. And then we have these little soot sprites that look more like donuts. They look more like donuts to me, little donuts. I think they look cool. a spider theme going on there. Can you really see it? Wraps around my arm quite a bit, doesn't it? My skinny little noodle arm. Let's get a bit closer. Boop, 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 boop. You can see some of the detail. You can see this is supposed to be a SKULLTULA from Zelda. Again, another Zelda tattoo. I'm crazy for Zelda, baby. I love Zelda. What can I say? SKULLTULA is a very cool enemy. It's a big giant spider with a skull on its back. These enemies used to scare me when I was a child. That's how young I was when I was playing Ocarina of Time. Let's move on from the spider to the other side of the arm where we can see some skulls. Very cool. This is also supposed to be an enemy from Zelda, from the Legend of Zelda. This enemy is called a bubble. And they're usually like inanimate little skulls that sit on the floor, and then as you approach them they come to life and they start floating with smoke around them, and then they float towards you, gnashing their little skull teeth. Gnash, 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 trying to eat you, trying to hurt you. Yes, I think they're a cool enemy, and I just threw them in there for a little bit of a Zelda theme. On the upper left arm, on the back here, you can see I'll put a screenshot up for this, hopefully, so you can actually see it. Correct orientation and everything. That is, what is that? The Leviathan Cross, I believe it's called. Another satanic symbol, as we spoke about earlier. Let's speed things up a little bit. This video is going to be too long for my liking. Here you can see another sort of Norse, Icelandic stave. We're going with the vague sort of symmetry with my body, as you can see. Got one on each side. This one, I think this one is not historically accurate. I think this one is made by neo-pagans, I suppose you could say. This one, I believe it was called LUKKUSTAFIR, something like that. And it's just meant to bring you good luck. It's a little good luck stave. Okay, is that all my arms done? I think so. I think that is all my arms done. Which means let's move on to the neck, shall we? It's the easiest to show. I've got two skulls on my neck. Let me get this off the tripod. I'm tired of the tripod. Hello. This video obviously going to be a bit difficult. I've been trouble with my housemates too today. A bit loud. Can you see the skull there? Hello. Got one laughing skull on this side of my neck, and then on the other side another laughing skull. Bit of a different design, but same concept. Can you see it? I can't tell. I love the way these guys came out. Very, very cool indeed. Very clean, clear and crisp, in my opinion. I love crisps. Right, I got these because they look cool. And I don't know, I guess they vaguely follow my aesthetic and my philosophy on life, that life is just a big flipping joke and you die in the end. So why not have a laugh, have a bit of fun whilst you can, whilst we're here. Don't take life so seriously, guys. Don't take life so seriously. Don't take it so seriously. Have a bit of fun every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's go behind the ears. I've got too much hair now. Actually, I'm gonna have to put this back on the tripod immediately. This video is an absolute hodgepodge. My apologies. But you know, you can see my tattoos at least. Can you see here behind my ear, behind my neck, I have, what's this one? Is this the scorpion? I can't tell because it's behind my ear. I can't see it. Okay, got a scorpion there. I think it's pretty cool. I'll put up a screenshot hopefully. And you can see I like this one because it's got nice little fine lines and it came out very well. That was just a see? I can't tell. Can you see that? I'll probably put up a screenshot as well. But hopefully you can see a little spider coming down from behind my ear from this little cobweb. And it looks quite nice. You know, when my ear's flat, it's coming down from behind the ear. When my hair's down, there's a little spider there coming out from my hair. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool and fun? I think so. I think so personally. I like it. Okay. We've come to the point in the video, ladies and gentlemen, where I simply must get naked. I simply must get naked. Okay, I hope YouTube doesn't dislike me for this. Obviously I'm gonna have to take off my tank top, show my little chesty westy and show off my nipples. So don't get any ideas, you filthy little pervert. Let's go. I'm gonna have to move the camera as well, I think, to actually see anything. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm naked. I'm naked. You like what you see, baby? You like what you see? Okay, let's get serious, shall we? Let's get serious. I'm about to show you my tattoos. Okay, on this side, I had to mess up the lighting. I think the lighting might be fudged right now. Whatever, good enough. There's a little sun here. As you can see, I've got a lovely sun on the one shoulder there. Quite a nice style, quite a nice style. And on the other shoulder, we have a moon, a lovely little moon. And we have yes and no on the collarbones, just above the collarbones. And the word blessings. Blessings, yeah. I was going for a sort of Ouija board theme with this. You can see goodbye as well here. Goodbye. There's a vague Ouija board theme going on there. Yes, got the lovely little filler to sort of bring it all together. Lovely little filler. I think it looks quite nice, personally. I was gonna get my throat done and sort of just fill this whole space, but in the end I think I quite like how it looks as like a collar, as it frames my collar. I don't know. I don't know. The blessings, we had some white ink in originally, but white ink is notoriously shit. That's right, YouTube. I just swore, and I'm naked. What are you gonna do? Demonetize me? Oh, boo-hoo. I didn't earn £4 from this video. Wow. Okay, whatever. Next, pentagram in the center of the chest. I like the way this symbol came out. This is one that I drew again myself back when I used to draw things. I should get back into art, really, shouldn't I? Be cool. Maybe get better at it. And then we got these sick little demonic looking skulls. Let me reposition the camera a bit, shall I? Let's lower this bad boy. You want to see what's down there, don't you? You don't care about my face, you see that all the time. Is that good enough? You can see we got these freaky looking demonic skulls, which I absolutely love these. I especially like the loose teeth flying out of the mouth. I think that makes it look quite dynamic and quite freaking cool. And I like the very subtle smoke that sort of brings it all together, in my opinion. So there you go, that's my chest. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to show you my back now, and I'm not going to bloody remember what's on my back, am I? I might have to take a photo. I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, I can show you these. We have a chain and ball here. Quite simple. Quite simple. Whoop, 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 whoop. Can you see that? Moving around. You can see how it moves. As I move, I think it's pretty dope. We have a bear trap and chain here. Maybe I put this on the tripod and I just face away from you guys and hope that you can see. There we go. Can you see? Can you see, guys? I don't know. Maybe you can see, maybe you can't. But I've got my little chains, my little bear freaking physical specimen. I'm joking, guys, obviously. I know I'm a skinny little bee. I never been to a gym, okay, in my life. I'm poor. Don't harass me. Right, let me show you the back of my neck. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot, hopefully, and put it on. But yes, at the top of my neck here, I have got the symbol from BERSERK, the curse mark. Does it have a proper name? I don't know. But Guts and Casca and a few other characters have this symbol on them in whatever location. I think Guts is like the side of his neck. Casca, where's hers? On her chest? I don't know. Something like that, but it just means that you've been marked for sacrifice, to be sent to hell to resurrect a demon or whatever. Something like that. I just like Berserk. Absolutely excellent. Serious. Brilliant. Also, I love Dark Souls as well, which Berserk has obviously been a big influence upon, especially Elden Ring, which unfortunately I haven't played because I don't have a system to play it. One day maybe. Okay, what else do I have on my back? I actually need to look. Ah yes, below that I have a wolf. You can see I have 3 animals on the top there. I have a wolf, a bear, and a boar. And I wanted to get animals that are sort of vaguely native to Northern Europe. That's where I live, that's where I'm from. I'm from the United Kingdom. You know, back in the day we used to have wolves. Not sure if we had bears ever, actually. I think we did. I think so, but I'm not certain. And boars, obviously, we did have those. And yes, I just love animals. So I chose these because they're quite fierce, they're quite native to the region that I'm from. I thought they were cool. It's quite simple, really. And beneath those you can see, what do I have? Is that Baphomet? Yes, it is. I had to check, I had to look over my shoulder and check. Got a little Baphomet there with a 3rd eye on the forehead. I thought it was cool to keep all their eyes vacant, empty, white, and to have this 1/3 eye as the only sort of detailed eye. Take whatever meaning you want from that. Mostly I just thought it looked cool. Do you agree? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Who cares? Okay. Is that all my tattoos? That might be it. I think so. Well, there we go, guys. That's my tattoos. That's all my tattoos. I think so, anyway. I'm pretty much 99% sure that that's all the tattoos I have currently shown off. I'm probably not going to get any more, mostly because I am extremely poor and the economic situation ain't looking good, my brothers and sisters. I'm just going to say that much. I'm working hard, trying to earn a lot of money, and about probably 80% of what I earn just goes to rent and food and other boring necessitos, like whatever, clothing. Obviously I waste the money on technology too, like microphones and ring lights and cameras. Whatever. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you like the tattoos. If you want to ask me a question about them, any question, leave it in the comments below and I will answer it. I know I didn't talk too in depth about them, or about the experience, or about the artists, or whatever, but honestly, how freaking long is this video already? Too long. That's my opinion. So thank you all for coming and looking at my naked body today. Topless. YouTube, I'm wearing trousers, mother flipper, okay? I'm wearing trousers.